Hi guys, hope you have a fantastic day and welcome to the channel. So finally today we are starting Lada with a new engine. So first thing to do is pull out the old engine, and the new engine is already out. It's here and it's waiting to be installed. So yeah, today we need to remove the gearbox, engine, drive shaft, and a little bits of ends and all that. I have so many parts to install on this car, but they are not all here yet. So probably in the next episode I'm gonna show you everything I got for this car, and it's going to be really cool. So yeah, we need to remove this old engine out. I don't like a carburetor engine, so we're gonna put fuel injection, and that engine there is a more powerful, and it's gonna go a little bit better. So we need to leave this awesome car and start removing it. But before that, let's hear it one more time for the end. Whoa, let's hear it. Okay, so let's hear it one last time. It sounds pretty cool. It's a much more louder in the real life, but it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's awesome little car. Okay, it's time to leave the car and start working on it. Okay, we are under the car, and now first thing we are gonna do is remove the whole exhaust. Then we are gonna remove the drive shaft, and then we can get to the gearbox. So yeah, I'm gonna remove it, probably the whole exhaust, to be done with that, because everything needs to go out. So probably I'm gonna remove everything right now, and then we can continue. Okay, so the drive shaft is out, exhaust is removed, and now we are gonna lower the car and remove those 4 bolts so that we can remove this. It needs to go. If you are not removing everything, you don't remove this. If you're changing the clutch, you can wiggle your gearbox out, but it's a lot easier when everything needs to go. It's easier to remove exhaust and then just drop the gearbox down. So yeah, let's lower the car and disconnect it. Exhaust is disconnected. Now when I leave the car, I need to pull it completely out. And while I'm here, I'm gonna loosen up these 2 bolts for starter motor, and there is a 3rd bolt underneath all that, but that I'm gonna remove when I leave the car. So I'm just gonna, off the camera, remove these 2 bolts with just a wrench, and that's it. Lada is back in the air, and I'm missing a bolt for starter motor. So when I remove those 2 upper, alternator is removed. Okay, so now we have a bolt here, we have a bolt on the top of the gearbox, and the same on the other side, and you need to remove the clutch slave cylinder, and this is some ground here. We're gonna remove that, and you need to remove these small bolts, and then you can remove your gearbox. So yeah, and you need to remove this, And the best thing you can have for removing gearboxes is this long extension. So this is the best thing you can have, and it's gonna make your life so easier. So if you're working on cars, get yourself some long extensions because it's gonna help you so much. Okay, it's time to remove the gearbox, and then it's time to remove the engine. Let's go. The gearbox is out, and now we can have a look. And actually looks like a pretty new clutch. So yeah, someone tried to make this car better. That's always good. And I put a chain here on the gearbox bolt, and we are gonna put that chain over the engine and use it as a jacking point. And while we are underneath the car, it's a lot easier on this passenger side to remove gearbox engine bolt from the down here. As you can see, it's 17mm, and it's a lot easier to just remove it here than from the other side. But this engine bolt, you can remove it from the top. So just the passenger side, remove it for the bottom. It's a lot easier. Okay, I'm gonna remove this bolt off the camera. We are finally working in the engine bay, and we need to disconnect a few things. Radiator needs to go out. It's just gonna be a lot easier. Don't forget to remove these pipes for the heating. We need to disconnect the starter motor, the alternator, carburetor, gas pedal, brum brum, and how do you call it, choke. You need to disconnect the choke. Here some wires, fuel line, but that's pretty much it. I actually think I disconnect everything. There is a lot of wires here on the carburetor you do need to disconnect, but just look what you need and disconnect it. And that's pretty much it. This engine will be out in the no time. And that chain we connected, I'm gonna pull here and connect it somewhere here, and then I can just use my hand and take it out. Not really, but it would be cool. So yeah, let's disconnect all these thingies. Okay, everything should be ready. Engine is ready to be pulled. Oh, I forgot the choke. Okay, I removed that, and the gas pedal. I forget these two things, and then everything should be disconnected. But yeah, in a lot of cases you're gonna forget to remove something, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna remove this off the camera and get the hoist ready for the engine. Everything is connected and everything is disconnected. So now we can start pulling the engine up and see if I forgot something. So yeah, let's go. Well, the engine is nice in the air. Now I'm just gonna push this car outside, and that I can somewhere put this engine. I don't know where at the moment, but for now I'm just gonna push this out. Well, Lada is out, and it's gonna sit here for a minute or two, and I need to put this engine somewhere. So the plans for the future, I would like to install power steering. That's the first thing we are gonna do next. I am going to this engine from Niva. I will change the head gasket, all the gaskets, remove this LPG, and just give it a quick overhaul while the engine is out to see if everything works good. And when we install power steering, when we install everything on the new engine for this Lada, I am thinking to install AC or not. Just let me know in the comments. I have AC compressor, I have all the wires, I just need the radiator that goes in front of the coolant radiator. So I could do it, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but let me know in the comments what you think. Should I install AC or not? So yeah, let me know. Whew. Well guys, for today this is it. It's a little bit hot outside, so today I'm a little bit sweaty, but the most important thing is that job is done. So yeah, guys, you know the procedure. Like, share and subscribe, and guys, in the next video.